everyone. Well, as you can see right off, I am not in the closet. I am doing a major overhaul and I have clothes that are missing, and until I can find these missing clothes, my closet is off limits. So that's why I'm not in the closet today, and it's been a couple weeks, so I need to get a video done. It's crucial. So that's why I'm not in my closet today. But anyhow, the show must go on. So the video I want to do today in the series is talking about my first love. And if you are smart, which I know most of you guys are, then we both share the same love. And right off, when we start talking about love or thinking about love, most of us think of intimate love, or love between a man and a woman, and eros love. That's what we normally identify love with. Passion, fire, physical, ooh, look at him, ooh, look at her, that type of love. And that's not the love I'm talking about today. I'm talking about the love that I have between me and my Creator. And as I said before, prayerfully, most of you guys hold this love as the highest love that you have. And as singles, especially speaking for me, and I just want to point that out, when I'm talking about singles, I'm usually talking about me. Normally it should apply to most of you guys, but as a single, it is so easy to get wrapped up in the love that we want from a man or a woman, or the love that we don't have and want from a man and a woman. But it's important to always focus on our first love, which is God. And I'll be the first to admit, the last couple of years for me, being a single has not been easy, especially when it comes to the eros love. And of course, we know the love between us and God is agape love. For me, that love has always been an easy part for me. Loving God and feeling His love is easy. And I think when you want to experience eros love, sometimes you kind of get like, well, Lord, I know you love me and I know I love you, but I want to focus on this. And we can kind of put Him to the side or on the back burner. And I'm very guilty. I'm guilty of sometimes putting my wants and my needs for physical love above the spiritual love I have with God. And a lot of times God has to shake us or put us back in our place to let us know, I am God and I come first. And we know the scripture tells us that He is a jealous God and He doesn't want anything before us. And I think that's something as a single we can run into and see that it's a problem. We can see that we're putting our need for love from a man or a woman in front of the love we have between God. And we don't want to run into that. And I know in the last video I was talking about, you can identify with me. In that video I was talking about most people can identify with how or what the single Christian goes through. And I always wonder, and I think I was even asking my mom about this, she was talking about, when you put God first and God sees that you're so crazy in love with Him, He'll send you that mate. And I was like, well, why would God want to be so crazy in love with me and have me all to Himself, and then say, well, now that I see that, you love me crazy, I'll send you someone else. And I was like, wouldn't that be, Him saying, well, I'm going to send her this person now, and now she's going to put that person in front of me. And, my mom being my mom was, that's not going to happen. And, when I got married, and I didn't put your husband, my husband before God. And I realized that's so important. I don't want anything to come between me and my love for God and His love for me. And that even goes through the decisions I make in my everyday life. I don't want to put anything before Him. I always want Him to be my first. And I I wonder how I'm going to maintain that when I get married. Not that I'm going to fall out of love with God, because that would never happen, but how am I going to maintain this newfound love? How am I going to maintain this newfound physical love and still keep my agape love number one in my life? Because like I said, he'll always be my number one love, but I'm like, Lord, isn't there going to be a little competition between you, my agape love, and him, my eros love? But I feel peace in knowing that God knows our hearts, and he knows our desires. I think that's one of the things that I love about God most, is he knows my desire before I even speak out the desire. And I know he won't mind a little a little competition. But again, he'll always be number one. He'll always hold that number one spot in my life and in my heart. And I think as singles, we have to keep that at the forefront. We have to keep that as the focus. God is number one, and we shouldn't have a man or a woman or anything like that before him. So I just wanted to share with you guys that today. To fall in love with God first. And first of all, when you fall in love with him, everything else will be smooth. And everything is smooth when you got him in your life. When you got him as number one love, everything is smooth. And when you know the love of God, then you know what real love is. And like I told you guys before, I know I know love because I know God, and I know what I won't take. Because he's shown me so much, even through these last couple years of my life, even mistakes that I made. God still loves me, and he still shows me every day that he loves me, even in the things I do that may or may not be right. God still holds the place as my number one love. So to the singles, and everyone else too, hold God as your number one love. Of course, there could never be nothing physical there. He'll never be able to satisfy the eros love, or that physical side of your life, but he can satisfy the number one love, which is the spirit love. So put him first, and I assure you things will just be smooth. Fall in love with God, and then fall in love with a man or a woman. So that's what I have for you guys today, and hopefully I will see you guys, if not next week, in a couple weeks. I've been trying to space the videos a couple weeks, but I will see you guys in a couple weeks. Fall in love with God, then fall in love with someone else. Alright, be blessed, love yourself, love someone else, and I'll see you guys soon.